On the home stretch, let's bring you a recap of some of the top trending stories from the courtrooms.
We begin with the report that the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal commenced sitting on Monday the 10th of June with Justice Mohammed Lawal Garba as the new replacement for the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Zainab Bulkachua. Justice Garba, who is the presiding justice of the Lagos Division of the Court of Appeal, appeared during the sitting with a five-man panel as the new chairman of the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal. In his welcome address, the new chairman called for the cooperation of the parties to ensure that proceedings go on smoothly and prudently. He also said that he would do everything to expeditiously hear the petitions in line with the laid-down laws. On Wednesday, May 22nd, Justice Bulkachua withdrew from the tribunal for personal reasons after the panel dismissed an application by the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and its candidate in the presidential election, Atiku Abubakar, asking her to recuse herself from the tribunal. On Tuesday, the 11th of June, President Muhammadu Buhari and his party, the All Progressives Congress, urged the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to dismiss the petition of Alhaji Abubakar Atiku and the People's Democratic Party. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) also made a similar request. While the president asked the tribunal to strike out the petition filed by Atiku challenging the re-election on the grounds that it is fundamentally defective, INEC, on its part, asked the tribunal to dismiss the petition because of the failure of the petitioners to join Vice President Yemi Osinbajo as a party in the suit. The tribunal heard a total of 16 applications, directed parties to adopt their written briefs, and thereafter adjourned the ruling in the applications on a day to be communicated to parties. On their part, the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar moved an application seeking for access to inspect the server and data of smart card readers used by INEC in the conduct of the presidential election. The chairman of the panel, Justice Mohammed Garba, also reserved ruling on the application after parties in the case argued their positions before the tribunal. In a related development, President Muhammadu Buhari, through his counsel Wole Olanipekun, has filed an application asking the court to strike out and dismiss the petition of the Hope Democratic Party (HDP). They allege that the HDP's petition was not properly filed. The tribunal on its part has dismissed the petition for the Coalition for Change (C4C). The dismissal was sequel to an application by the party for the withdrawal of its petition filed on June 10, 2019. Away from issues of election petition, the National Judicial Council (NJC) held an emergency meeting on Monday the 10th of June to formally note the acceptance by President Muhammadu Buhari of the voluntary retirement of Justice Walter Onogen as Chief Justice of Nigeria. A statement by the NJC's Director of Information, Soji Oye, says the President's acceptance of the retirement is in line with the Council's recommendation to him on 3rd April 2019. At the end of the emergency meeting, the NJC thanked the President for accepting Onogen's resignation, describing it as a move which was in the best interest of the country. And we round off with the report that a federal high court sitting in Lagos has fixed the 28th of June for the rearrangement of former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose. Mr. Fayose is on trial for allegedly receiving and keeping 1.2 billion naira and $5 million allegedly stolen from the Office of the National Security Advisor contrary to the Money Laundering Act. He had pleaded not guilty when he was first arraigned on an 11-count charge in October of 2018. The case was originally before Justice Mojisola Olatoregun, but following an altercation between her and the EFCC prosecutor, Rotimi Jacobs, SAN, the anti-graft agency, through its acting chairman, Ibrahim Magu, wrote a petition against the judge. In the petition, the EFCC said it had lost confidence in the ability of the judge to do justice. This prompted the chief judge to reassign the case to Justice Chukwujeku Aneke. While the EFCC counsel said he would need to consult with the commission on the next line of action, a defense counsel, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Olalekan Ojo, says by transferring the case to another judge, the chief judge, Justice Abdul Kafarati, breached Section 98, subsection 2 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act.
I'm aware that the defendants in this case are prepared to explore the remedies available to them in law to have the decision, administrative decision of the CJ, set aside. It is inimical to the right to fair trial. It is inimical to the right of the defendants to have their case expeditiously tried. And it also brings about a possible case of jeopardy. We are firmly of the opinion that this is a case of blatant violation of the law.
And that's our program this week. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to catch the repeat on air or watch via our YouTube channel. I'm Shola Shoyeli. See you next week.